Today I'm going to show you how to fix your tight IT bands. Blake here, GuerrillaZen Fitness. Tight IT bands. The IT band is basically a band of connective tissue, a long tendon, if you will, think of it like that, from the hip all the way down the side of the leg to the side of the knee. When this thing has a lot of tension in it, it oftentimes manifests as inflammation and discomfort on the side of the knee, okay? This is very, very common in people that have, tight IT bands. Now, you'll see a lot of people showing you stretches and different foam rolling techniques for the IT band. I'm going to show you what specifically the foam roll today in this video, and hint, it's actually not the IT band itself. More on that later. But before I show you how to foam roll these muscles adjacent to the IT band to really get rid of that tension that is being fed into the IT band, one thing that I really wanted to drive through to you is it's very important for you to be doing direct glute strengthening exercises, direct glute work, barbell hip thrusters, hip bridges, stuff like this. The stronger the glutes become, the less likely you are to ever have this tension build up in the hip flexors and subsequently the IT bands in the first place. So if you're not doing hip thrusters and hip bridges and stuff like that, hip extension training, and you're somebody that has IT band issues already, throw those into your routine. Those are going to help out a ton and synergize with the foam rolling exercises that I'll be showing you today. In fact, right now. All right, so like I said, the IT band, basically think of it as like a long band of connective tissue, a tendon, if you will, that runs from primarily your hip all the way down to the side of the knee. It's right here where most people feel issues in association with the IT band. This is the area that can kind of develop localized inflammation right there and become uncomfortable. Now, what we don't want to be doing is stretching and releasing the IT band itself, okay? You can experiment with some of that, but what we really, it's not going to be that efficacious, that effective at releasing the IT band. And there's a couple reasons for that. The IT band is not a muscle, okay? Like I said, it's connective tissue, all right? Foam rolling and stretching typically works on the neuromuscular system, okay? There is not, the IT band is not a muscle, so it's not going to respond the same way to stretching and, foam rolling like another muscle would, okay? Also, what's going on with the IT band is it's actually fed into by other muscles. And it's the tension in those other muscles, both downstream and upstream of the IT band, that will determine how tight that IT band is, okay? Basically, the IT band is connected to the TFL, which is a hip flexor muscle. It runs down your leg, and it's also connected to the anterior tibialis, these muscles in the front of the shin here, all right? And it's when we have tension here and here, that's when this gets tight. Instead of putting our focus on this, we'll put our focus on this and this. That's the whole point of today's video. And yeah, we'll just kick that off. Again, to reiterate, to get this to relax, we need to focus upstream, up here, and down here, rolling those areas. Together, we'll actually release this, okay? So the first thing we're going to start off with is foam rolling that TFL. The way that you do that, you put that muscle, okay, on the roller. You kind of angle your hips, not so that they're perfectly off to the side, but kind of down at about a 45-degree angle. And then you're just going to roll back and forth on that TFL around, 10 to 12 times, okay? Do this on both sides. After you foam rolled the TFL up here, now we're going to foam roll the anterior tib, okay? This muscle here adjacent to your shin, probably also going to be really tight here. You can get a dough roller and kind of do this to that muscle. If you want to use a foam roller, you can do that as well. It's kind of awkward, but I do this fairly regularly. The way that you're going to do this, you're going to put that muscle adjacent to your shin on a roller, all right? And then you're going to kind of stack your other foot on top of this foot, and then you're just going to roll back and forth on that muscle like this, all right? And this is how it's done, okay? So for that, you want to be getting the entire length of the anterior tibialis, okay? About 10 to 12 reps back and forth should be adequate for that as well. The last thing that I really wanted to show you here quickly is you likely would benefit from stretching the TFL most commonly in tandem with doing this foam rolling sequence. Okay, so we'll throw that into this as well. To set up for this, and to make it a little bit more IT band specific, you're going to start with one knee down, just like this. You're going to tuck the pelvis underneath you, kind of flatten out that lower back, squeeze the glute on this side really hard. Shift your weight forward, maintaining a flat lower back, but this is what's going to kind of open up the lateral hip a little bit more. You're going to take this arm, raise it up over your head, and then bend to the right, okay? You can't see what I'm doing, I just realized from that angle. It's going to look like this. Arm up, bend away, like this, okay? This is really going to get into those muscles in here, but really this is targeting the TFL, the tensor fasciae lata, and this is again going to further facilitate the release of these muscles up here, which are upstream of the IT band. Again, just to kind of wrap up this video, when you got issues with the IT band, you don't want to focus too much on the IT band itself. Focus downstream, focus upstream, because this, addressing these areas, is what's going to get rid of that tension right here. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like down below. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And if your hip flexors are really tight, there is a high likelihood your low back is really tight too, and you have something called anterior pelvic tilt, which is excessive forward tilting of the pelvis and too much arching of the lower back occurring, okay? I have a free workout that teaches you how to fix this, how to unlock your hip flexors, how to unlock the low back. It's specific to correcting this anterior pelvic tilt, this excessive forward tilting of the pelvis. If you want to get that free workout, it's available on my website. All you need to do is open up the description down below, click the first link down there that's available. That will take you over to my website, and as soon as you get there, I'll ask you for your email, and then I'll send you a copy of that workout within 5 minutes. If you're looking for another spot to get that workout, you can click this right here. That will take you to the same spot on my website. If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do that over here. I upload here every single week. And if you want to see another video similar to today's video that I kind of hand-picked, check this out over here. And that's it for today. As always, I'll see you next time.